All right, guys, welcome back for game 3 on day 1 for the Rugby Showcase.
Yeah, we've got a face-off here between Raleigh Cobras versus Corning, New York. So Raleigh coming out of, obviously, Raleigh, South Carolina, and we're facing off here against their northern EGRL compatriots from Corning, New York. Both teams traveling a bit of a ways today, a little bit longer for our South African families here. South African, South Carolinian families here. Happy to have both teams down. Just had a nice quick chat with the coaches from Corning. Great dudes, and happy to have everybody here.
Yeah, very excited for this matchup. This matchup does not have any stake in the EGRL championships, but still a great chance for these two teams to play each other when they wouldn't normally see each other during the season.
Ooh, brought down pretty hard right there. As
big tackle by
Cobras are trying to work it out of their
8.
22. I feel like the ball is moving pretty well for the Cobras, but there's some good defensive work on the other side. Unfortunately, all for naught as not rolling ways the call, and there's a nice little quick tap from this young lady.
Yeah.
Moves, great little offload right there into the hands of her receiver. And look at that, 2 into the ruck.
Great movement and speed by 14.
I tell you what, Cobra's looking pretty good right here. I'm liking the form that they're putting out there.
Yeah, that young lady who just had that great run will be playing at Emory and Henry next year, another program that's here recruiting today.
Yeah, Coach Doc O'Neill is here with us, came over to say hello this morning. Looking forward to having a chat with him tonight. He's made some pretty good He's gotten some pretty good recruits for the incoming season, or incoming recruits for the pending season.
Yeah, Raleigh was able to make that break on the edge, but that runner had no support, so Corning got a quick turnover off of that ruck. Corning's defensive line speed needs to pick up a little bit. They have a few individual players that are running up quickly and getting those defense, but the rest of them are just staying back. Great run by Caparella.
Oh, that looks real. That was a really good effort right there from Corning on the front foot right there.
And the Cobra player, number 10, goes for the handoff, but ends up knocking the ball on. That's Lillian DeSoto.
So DeSoto was trying to shake off that other player with a stiff arm, but unfortunately it just bobbled the ball out of her hands. You could see she had a bit of a chuckle on her face as she's shaking her head, thinking I probably should have held on to that a little bit closer to the vest.
Yeah, so now we're going to have Doyle. He's going to try to kick for touch.
It's a good boot coming right at us.
Almost hit the camera right there.
Yeah, and thankfully for that young lady, that astute young lady on the sidelines in the 19 jersey, she stops the wrecking of the AV.
Yeah, that's Bryn Steven. Good, strong line out by the Cobras to get it going. They have some strong runners, and something I like about the Cobras is all of these players know you keep moving through a tackle. You keep driving your legs through a tackle. First of all, you'll be harder to get down. Second of all, you will still be gaining some of that space while getting tackled. Every one of these players that have been tackled so far this game is still driving their feet through that tackle.
Absolutely, and you know what I like about it is that their offensive structure is out there and put on display. Right, they're moving the ball well. It's crisp. They're using their pods to create that crash ball and create that sucking in of those defensive players, and then they're picking the right times to move the ball wide. So that's really nice work from 9 and 10 there as they're reading the field, right, and making those decisions.
Yeah, so now we have a Corning scrum right outside the 50.
Nice strike from Corning there. Plenty of time for their 9 to do what they need to do.
Didn't look like much drive from the Cobras on that defensively.
So that is...
that's Hector.
Yeah, Hector is... expect to hear a lot coming out of that jersey all day long. She's always making the hard yards.
Yeah, she's a senior. She'll be going to Guilford next year.
Oh, great program. Our friend Christine Newcomb.
Now this is something I mentioned earlier. Corning's defense needs to come up together. They are coming up strong, but they are coming up sporadically. They have a couple players moving up a lot faster than the others are, which is creating gaps for the Cobras to take. Cobras are going to keep trucking their way down the field.
I'd like to see Cobras hold on to that ball a little bit more, draw those defenders in. Those passes are going a little bit early, and there you go. There's the result.
Yeah, I think they're trying to move the ball out wide, but I think they're forgetting that they need to kind of keep the defense where they are in order to create that out wide advantage or overload, which means catch, take a few steps, then pass.
Yeah, make sure that you're engaging that defender, right? You're making it certain that they're coming for you and not slide stepping to get over and govern where the ball's going to be the next time, right? So just look for that contact in the offload, or look for that stiff arm in the open space.
Yeah, so we have another Corning scrum, almost pretty much identical to where it was earlier, just on the opposite half lengthwise of the field. A little bit of a drive, and there goes a little 8-man pick by Ector.
Yeah, so Ector read that well, right? Because that ball kind of shot out of there like a cannon, and I don't think that their 9 Rhodes was expecting it, and Ector heads up play off the back right there, picks it up and keeps control.
Yeah, and that Raleigh prop, Marissa Langdon, number 1, tried for that counter ruck right there, but ref didn't call it clean. Setting the mark, we're going to have a Corning lineout. And they are filling their lineout. We had a Raleigh lineout earlier. They only put, I think, 5 girls in there.
Yeah,
Corning is setting their full stack into that lineout, which is giving them a lot more options.
I'm feeling like a maul's coming if that's the case.
They're going to go to close. Yep, and there's the maul. Corning is a very dominant pack.
Absolutely. Close, uncharacteristically can't handle the ball there, but we'll get the penalty.
They thought about the quick tap. Coach said no. Ball's going to find touch off the foot of Emma Hadlock. Wait for somebody to bring them.
Full line again. I think we'll see more of the same, and if they're able to bring that ball down cleanly, player and ball down cleanly, and get the binds on, I think they could put some momentum here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to go to close again, because well, they have another jumper in Caparella in the second half of the lineout.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was close so much as it is the interference from the other side. So nice work from the Cobras to make it difficult to get a hold of that, right?
Yeah, there's a little quick pass from Hadlock.
Nice work here from good Corning, looking real good here. Corning cycling their pods, getting it back ready. Well read right there from the 14 onto the 5. Oh, great hands
Great
right
hands
there
by Hadlock. She bobbled it, was able to catch it before it hit the ground.
And folks, if you haven't played this game and you don't know the pressure that you're under as you're being run down by 3 opposite players and holding onto that ball is really impressive.
And Raleigh is coming up strong on their defense.
Yeah.
They're in Corning spaces. Corning is still trying to truck that ball in on the far side.
Close, just looking to take bodies with her. Well read, she's driven back. Scramble defense from the black jersey down there, but all for naught. Corning's going to put it down. So you could see actually the black jerseys calling to that far side where they were light, and Corning reads it well and puts it in for 5 points. They're opening up the scoring here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a number on that.
Same here.
Player. You watch for the number, I'll watch for the kick.
You got it.
Kicking is going to be Fly half, Emma Hadlock.
That's looking like 14.
That's going to be Ellie Yarnell.
Nice work from Yarnell there to break through and put it through. But they read it, right? And there was good. I hate to use the term panic, but work from that black jersey to see where it was. It was just seconds too late.
Yeah.
I tell you what, and that was unlucky.
Just right off the post.
Hell of a boot.
That's going to set the score to 5-0 in Corning's favor. Still pretty early in the game.
That was a great series of play from the Corning team down there in the 22, too. Like, just keeping that ball alive, not getting frazzled by a good defense.
Yeah.
Just holding it on. And I think, honestly, Hadlock, it was kind of the linchpin there. It could have been turned over, but she held on to it. And thank God, because had she not, there'd be no try.
I think something that is unique about Corning, not necessarily unique, but something strong about Corning that is kind of setting them apart, is the fact that through multiple phases, they are keeping the same momentum that they have in that first phase, which is hard to come by in rugby, even amongst professional teams. You'll see it. When they get to that fifth or sixth phase, it becomes sloppier. They become a little tired because they're not really getting as far as they want to, but through multiple phases, Corning is coming off just like it's the first phase, and they're starting fresh. Great ball movement right there. That's going to hit
again.
Number 2, Jana Butler. And great with the Katie Cree.
So unlucky. Just a little too fast there looking for that ball from their 9.
Yeah, Kagan Rhodes tried to go for that pick after Kendra sealed that ruck.
It was a good idea. Had she pulled it off, she was gone.
Yeah, Kagan Rhodes is actually going to St. Bonaventure next year. Another talented program. They're recruiting since the start. Great coach over there.
Yeah, just an all-around good program. Had a number of good years there too, and we've got quite a few folks from Morris who've found their way up there over the years. Most recently, Will Hogan, who just graduated from that great program, and whose dad is just started coaching again with the high school boys. Who a talented rugger himself, that Neil Hogan. Wow, nice little run right here.
Yeah, there's number 10 on Raleigh. That is Bryn Steven.
So the first try does not go unanswered. Raleigh Cobras come back with that nice run from Bryn Steven, who just rounds that corner and finds those soft shoulders there. So kick to come.
Yeah, that was a great run by her, and I feel like the game started off a little bit slow, those first few minutes back and forth, but as soon as Corning tried, now Raleigh's going to answer, and I feel like they have matched each other's momentums up until this point.
Yeah, I agree. We got
setting us up for setting us up for a great rest of this game. Looks like Lillian DeSoto is going to take the kick. Fly half. No good. Try was scored out in the corner. It's a hard kick for anybody. Definitely didn't have the width on that she wanted, but that's going to mean that we are at even 5-5 right now. Both teams have seemed to kind of open the floodgates into some impressive play. Corning utilizing their teamwork a little bit more. Raleigh utilizing a breakaway. That was well supported by her teammates, I will say.
Sure.
So
restart was a quick one, line drive down to the 22.
Yeah, Corning's got to get their shoulders in a little bit more on the tackle. Their scrum half just got a hand on her and was chasing still for quite a few meters. Raleigh is set up so steep. All of their players are running.
Oh, that was a nice little inside ball right there and switch. Oh, my goodness.
Number 14. That's Tanner Avery.
Wow.
She's going to take it all the way to the center to dot it down. Sophomore, U.S. Pathway player, Tanner Avery sets the score.
Geez, that makes a lot of sense.
10-5, Raleigh.
That was some explosive run right there. I mean, she came through at pace, took that ball. I mean, it was just top gear right from get-go.
Yeah, looks like Raleigh's going to have somebody else kick this one.
Let me get you. It looks like 6.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, so 6 on Raleigh has the kicking duties.
Okay, that's Hannah Ortego. That one's good. We're going to go to 12-5 in Raleigh's favor. And they're set up ready to go because they know that Hadlock went for that really fast kick off the last try. So they're ready if she wants to do that again.
Another line drive.
Yep, well fielded.
Absolutely. Good basketball hands right there.
She got a lot of space before getting tackled. That Corning defense needs to come up a little bit stronger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially because Raleigh is set up so steep.
Yeah,
good intensity.
There's your reason why right there, right? It's like, there's just, working through players. If you get up there and take that head of steam away, you're not going to have that advance against you.
Yeah, Raleigh's a little bit clumped right now. Their offense isn't really spread out. Ref is going to call time. We have a player down for Corning on the side of the field. Coach is going to go out to see her. I want to say that's Kendra Close, only because she's playing with her hair down, and that's something Kendra does. She doesn't put her hair up.
It certainly is her.
She'll be going to LaSalle next year to play rugby.
Good program.
We knew Kendra was going to go somewhere. I mean, she's a talent that we've been talking about for many years. I've had the lovely experience of being able to coach her a little bit. She attended a camp at Syracuse last year, and she's just a standout player. I coached quite a few of these Corning girls, attended the camp. So.
That's terrific. Yeah, and for her coming off, there's I can see the grimace on her face. This is a tough player right here. There's something she needs to have attended to for sure.
But she's not one of those players that goes out on their own volition.
Right. Although I think that may have been hers there, but I think that would be, it's a cold day in hell today, basically, because of what just happened there.
Yeah, so ref is going to restart play with a Corning scrum, which is going to go straight to the 8-man pick for Cadence Ector, which worked very well in their favor earlier. Ector's going to dish it off to Had. And then, sorry, my view was blocked a little bit there. Ector has the ball again. Strong runner.
Yeah.
Raleigh's going to try for that poach and get it. Support was a little slow getting there.
Yeah, that's pretty quick on the not releasing, but hey, that's kind of that's the way it goes. It's the interpretation of the referee, and he or she's going to let you know that in the chat, like, hey, I don't tolerate holding onto that ball. You better let go of it quick. So, you're most likely been forewarned at how the game's going to get called in particular areas like that as well.
Yeah, so Raleigh's going to get the ball back. They kicked straight to touch. Now there's going to be a line out far side of the field. And again, they're only going to put 5 girls into their lineouts. Another great snag.
Again, there's that ball from depth that you were talking about right off the lineout. Look at this. So unlucky for Avery there. Avery was just like had the wheels on, ready to go.
A little bit of a crazy pass, but handled well.
Hey guys, Guys. Corning. Corning. Can you guys move it back a bit? Thanks.
Corning kind of scrambling to stop that Raleigh defense, but unable to stop them before they get into the try zone. We'll get a number for you real quick on our try scorer as she gets hugs and high fives from all her teammates. I think that's Marissa Langdon. Yep. Number 1, Marissa Langdon, freshman.
Thing's gonna run out of juice. Really?
That's going to set our score to 17-5 Raleigh.